All right. So let's talk about online reputation.
Okay.
Um, it's like your online reputation is kind of like your business's digital storefront.
Yeah.
It's the first thing people see when they search for you online.
Right.
And, it can really make a big difference in how people see your brand.
Absolutely.
So you've sent over some really fascinating material on building a strong online reputation strategy.
Yeah. I think you'll find it interesting.
So are you ready to dive in?
Yeah, definitely. It's not just about putting out fires anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's about actively shaping the narrative around your brand.
Okay.
That's something that we take very seriously here at Gill Media.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so before we get into the strategies,
Sure.
Let's answer this question.
Yeah.
Why does online reputation matter so much?
Well, I think,
Especially for businesses?
you can think about your own experiences as a consumer.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever, chosen a restaurant based on those little gold stars?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Or hesitated to book a hotel because of bad reviews?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Bright Local found that 98% of consumers
Wow.
read online reviews for local businesses.
Okay.
And 76% of them trust those reviews as much as a personal recommendation from a friend.
Wow, that's huge.
It is, yeah.
So basically, ignoring your online reputation isn't really an option anymore.
It's definitely not. No. It's
Yeah.
like if you open a store and you never clean the windows or put up a sign,
Right.
you're essentially letting other people control the narrative about your business.
Yeah. Okay, so we've established that online reputation matters.
Definitely.
Big time.
Big time.
So now let's get into some of the key elements of a winning online reputation strategy.
So one of the most fundamental things is encouraging positive reviews.
Okay.
You'd be surprised how many businesses don't actively solicit feedback
Right.
from their happy customer.
Yeah, it's like hoping people will just stumble upon your tip jar.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to make it easy for them to sing your praises.
Exactly.
No.
And the great thing is it's really simple things, like just sending a follow-up email after a service or purchase,
Mm-hmm.
just politely asking for a review.
Yeah.
Can make a big difference. And, there's a case study in the material about a flooring company
Right.
that saw a 20% increase in calls after they improved their Google rating
Wow.
to 4.8 stars.
That's impressive.
Yeah, just by implementing this simple tactic.
So make it easy, make it consistent. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
But what about negative reviews?
Yeah.
Can we pretend those don't exist?
Of course not. In fact, responding to reviews is crucial.
Okay.
Both good and bad. It shows that you're engaged
Yeah.
and that you care about your customers' experiences.
Right.
It's about transparency and accountability.
The source material actually provides a sample response
Yeah.
for a negative review.
Yep.
It just says, "We're sorry to hear about your experience. Please contact us directly so we can make it right."
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point.
Mm-hmm.
The key is to maintain a calm and helpful tone,
Yeah.
even when faced with criticism.
When potential customers are watching how you handle these situations.
Right.
So it's a chance to really showcase your commitment to customer service.
That's a great point.
Right.
It's not just about appeasing the person who left the review.
Right.
It's about demonstrating your professionalism to everyone who sees it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we talked about positive reviews, negative reviews.
Yeah.
What else is on the online reputation checklist?
Well, monitoring your brand mentions is another critical element.
Okay.
This goes beyond just checking your reviews.
Mm-hmm.
It's about keeping tabs on what people are saying about your business across the internet,
Okay.
not just on those dedicated review platforms.
So setting up Google alerts for your business name,
Exactly.
using social media listening tools, that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
precisely.
Okay.
It's all about being proactive
Mm-hmm.
and catching those potential issues early on.
So if someone tweets a negative experience, you can address it
Yes.
before it spirals into a full-blown PR crisis.
Exactly.
Or you might discover, positive mentions that you wouldn't have seen otherwise,
Oh, right. Yeah.
which can be great for sharing.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like a bit of digital detective work, but definitely worth it.
It is.
So what else can businesses do to kind of build that stellar online reputation?
Well, creating positive content,
Okay.
this is where you get to kind of shape the narrative a little bit more.
Okay.
By sharing valuable content related to your industry.
Mm-hmm.
Think like insightful blog posts or case studies or customer success stories.
Yeah.
You're positioning yourself as an expert and building trust with potential customers.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for people to form their opinions based only on reviews,
Yeah.
you're giving them valuable information
Yeah.
and showcasing your expertise
Right.
proactively. And it can take so many forms,
Yeah.
like how-to videos, infographics,
Mm-hmm.
even behind-the-scenes glimpses into your work process.
Absolutely.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
Exactly. And it doesn't always have to be directly about your products or services either. It's about providing genuine value to your audience,
Okay.
establishing yourself as a thought leader, and building a community around your brand.
So it's not just about blatant self-promotion.
Right.
It's about providing that authentic value and connecting with your audience on a deeper level.
Exactly.
I mean, this aligns perfectly with how we approach things here at GoMedia.
Oh, yeah.
We believe that every business has a unique story to tell,
Right.
and that storytelling is a powerful tool for building an authentic and engaging online presence.
Absolutely. And that brings us to our final piece of the puzzle
Okay, I'm all ears.
for building that killer online reputation.
What's the final piece?
It's leveraging the power of social media.
Okay.
And I'm not just talking about posting every once in a while. It's about, engaging with your audience,
Right.
sharing customer testimonials,
Yeah.
using behind-the-scenes content to humanize your brand, and really, build those authentic connections.
Right. It's about creating that sense of community and giving people a reason to follow and engage
Exactly.
with your brand.
And that's where storytelling comes in.
Oh, yeah.
By sharing those stories about your brand, your team, your customers, your values.
Yeah.
You can really create an emotional connection with your audience that goes beyond just like, facts and figures.
It's about making people feel something,
Yeah.
giving them a glimpse behind the curtain, showing them the human side of your business.
Exactly.
Here at GoMedia, we believe that every business has a story worth telling.
I like that.
And we help our clients find and share those stories
Yeah.
in a way that resonates with their target audience.
And it's clearly working. You've helped so many businesses build strong online reputations.
Yeah, it's all about crafting those narratives that are authentic and engaging. Stories that connect with people on an emotional level.
Yeah.
And build lasting relationships. It's not just about broadcasting a message. It's about creating a conversation.
That's what sets Skill Media apart.
Right.
It's not just about ticking boxes and following a formula.
Right.
It's about understanding the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
And using that to create a truly unique and memorable online presence.
I love that it's about going beyond the surface.
Yeah.
Tapping into the heart of what makes a brand special. And I think that's something that resonates with people today.
Oh, absolutely.
They're looking for authenticity. They're looking for connection. They're looking for brands that share their values.
It's about crafting that narrative that's both authentic and aspirational. One that, resonates with your audience and leaves a lasting impression.
Okay, so speaking of leaving a lasting impression,
Yeah.
let's talk about the real-world impact of all of this.
Sure.
We've covered a lot of ground, but do these strategies actually translate into tangible results for businesses?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The benefits of a strong online reputation are undeniable. It can lead to increased customer loyalty, greater brand awareness, and ultimately more business.
The source material highlights an example of a medical clinic that was struggling with a low Google rating.
Oh, okay.
They implemented a multi-pronged strategy,
Okay.
encouraging reviews, responding to complaints, showcasing their expertise on their website.
Yeah.
And within 6 months, the rating jumped from 3.2 to 4.7 stars.
That's a huge improvement.
And it translated into a 35% increase in patient inquiries.
Wow.
That's the power of a well-executed online reputation strategy.
That's great.
Yeah, so it's clear that these strategies aren't just about vanity metrics.
Right.
They're about attracting more customers, building trust,
Yeah.
and ultimately growing your business.
Exactly. A strong online reputation is an investment that pays dividends in multiple ways.
Right.
And it's an ongoing process.
Right.
It requires, consistent effort and attention.
Right. It's like tending a garden.
Yeah.
You can't just plant the seeds and walk away.
Right.
You need to nurture those relationships, weed out the negative,
Yeah.
and constantly cultivate a positive image.
Absolutely.
Speaking of nurturing,
Okay.
let's talk about the importance of consistency when it comes to managing your online reputation.
That's a crucial point.
Okay.
It's not enough to just have a great website or a lively social media presence.
Right.
You really need to make sure that all of your online touch points are aligned
Okay.
with your brand identity and your core values.
So if your brand is all about being innovative and cutting edge,
Right.
your online presence should reflect that.
Exactly.
You wouldn't want to come across as outdated
Of course not.
or out of touch.
And it goes beyond just like tone of voice.
Okay.
It's about, making sure that your visuals, your messaging,
Yeah.
your overall online presence is telling a consistent story.
It's like having that strong brand identity that kind of permeates every aspect of your online presence.
Yeah.
It's about creating a cohesive experience for anyone who interacts with your brand online.
Precisely. And that consistency helps to build trust and credibility,
Mm-hmm.
which are essential
Yeah.
for a strong online reputation.
Okay, so we've talked about the importance of a holistic approach,
Yeah.
the power of storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
the need for consistency.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I want to make sure we connect all of this back to our listener.
Absolutely. What does this all mean for you?
Yeah.
And how can you apply these principles not just to your business,
Right.
but to your own online presence as well?
Yeah, it's easy to think about online reputation for businesses, but what about our own personal online reputations?
Yeah, that's a great point. Whether we realize it or not, we all have an online reputation, It's the digital footprint we leave behind.
Right.
Every post, every comment, every share.
It really is like they say you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Right.
And these days that first impression is often formed online
Ex-
before anyone ever meets you in person.
It can affect everything from, job prospects to social connections.
Oh, yeah, for
You
sure.
don't even think about it. Potential employers, clients, even future friends or romantic interests. They might be checking you out online
What?
before they ever meet you face to face.
It's like having a permanent record that follows you everywhere.
It is.
So it's definitely worth taking the time to cultivate a positive and authentic online presence.
Absolutely. And the principles we've been talking about today, they apply just as much to individuals
Okay.
as they do to businesses.
Got it.
Be mindful of the content you share, engage with others in a positive way, and don't be afraid to showcase your skills and accomplishments.
So it's about taking control of your online narrative and making sure it reflects the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Not like a fake image, but like
Yeah.
a genuine representation of who you are and what you stand for.
And just like with businesses, building that strong personal online reputation is an ongoing process. It's about being intentional with your online interactions, making sure that your digital footprint is something you're proud of.
So whether you're building a brand or a personal reputation, the key takeaway here is that your online presence matters.
Absolutely.
It's an extension of yourself in the digital world.
It is.
So take the time to cultivate it, nurture it, and make it shine.
A positive online reputation is a powerful asset. It can open doors, build trust, create opportunities.
Well said. And that wraps up our deep dive into online reputation strategy.
That's right.
We hope this has given you some valuable insights and actionable steps you can take to build a stellar online presence
Yes.
for yourself or your business.
Remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Okay.
Stay engaged, stay authentic, and keep those online reputations sparkling.
And until next time, keep diving deep.